Chapter 1: The Cafeteria Catastrophe. I never thought I'd be the poster child for freshman fragility. But here I am, Riley, an 18-year-old college newbie, sprawled on the cafeteria floor with a throbbing head. All because of a jock's elbow and my obsession with sweet and sour chicken. Picture this: Crestwood University's dining hall, a chaotic paradise of cheap, delicious food, buzzing with students. It's week 1 of my college life, and I'm already infamous. Not for my stellar grades or charming smile, but for getting knocked out cold by Billy, the hulking olive branch of the football team. It started innocently enough. I was in line at the buffet, eyes locked on the last tray of sweet and sour chicken. My stomach growled like an impatient dog. The guy in front of me, a mountain of muscle with shoulders wide enough to block the sun, was Billy. 6'3", maybe taller, with a physique that screamed, "I bench press fridges for fun." Girls nearby were giggling, stealing glances at him, but I was too focused on the chicken to care. I bent down to tie my loose shoelace. Big mistake. The crowd was packed tighter than a sardine can, and as Billy turned with his loaded tray, his elbow connected with my skull. Thwack! Stars exploded in my vision. I managed a weak crap before my legs gave out, and I hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. "Yo, what's your deal? Trying to scam me or something?" Billy's voice boomed overhead, laced with irritation. I blinked up at him, my head spinning, his blurry face framed by the cafeteria's fluorescent lights. He was holding a tray piled with food, looking like he just tackled a linebacker, not accidentally KO'd a scrawny freshman. "Dude, you okay?" he added, kicking my shin lightly, as if that'd jolt me back to life. The crowd around us buzzed with whispers, some laughing, others snapping pics. Great. My first week, and I'm already a meme. Before I could muster a response, my vision dimmed, and the next thing I knew, I was being scooped up by a pair of warm, ridiculously strong arms. Billy, cursing under his breath, carried me out of the cafeteria. "Hang in there, princess," he muttered, his voice a mix of annoyance and panic. "Princess? Seriously?" I wanted to protest, but my head felt like it was stuffed with cotton. By the time we reached the campus clinic, I was out cold, and the university's Reddit page was blowing up. "Football star Billy knocks out freshman with one elbow." The top post read, complete with a blurry photo of me, sprawled dramatically on the floor. They'd nicknamed me P. Princess. Kill me now. I woke up in a sterile hospital bed, head pounding, with Billy slouched in a chair beside me, scrolling on his phone. His buzz-cut and sharp jawline made him look like a pissed-off action hero. "Finally awake, huh?" he said, not looking up. "Thought you were milking this for a lawsuit." I squinted at him, trying to sit up. "Where am I? And why do I feel like puking?" My voice came out weaker than I'd hoped. Billy leaned forward, his face inches from mine, a smirk tugging at his lips. "You don't remember? My elbow met your head in the cafeteria. Doc says you've got a mild concussion. Congrats, you're officially the campus wimp." "Wimp?" I sputtered, my pride stinging. "I'm 5'10", okay? That's practically a linebacker." Billy snorted, his eyes scanning me from head to toe, lingering on my skinny frame. "Linebacker? Bro, you're more like a twig. Bet I could snap you in half." He flexed his arm, the muscle bulging under his t-shirt, and I swallowed hard. Okay, maybe not a linebacker, but I wasn't that fragile. "Whatever," I mumbled, cheeks burning. "You didn't have to hit me that hard. Didn't even hit you, dude. You just collapsed. Like a fainting goat." He grinned, clearly enjoying this. "Doc says you need rest, so I'm stuck babysitting you back to the dorm." He grabbed my sneakers from the floor and crouched to slip them on my feet. "What are you doing?" I yelped, yanking my foot back. Billy rolled his eyes, grabbing my ankle with a grip like a vice. "Putting your shoes on, princess. Unless you want me to carry you again?" His tone was teasing, but his touch was oddly gentle, tying my laces with surprising care. "Stop calling me princess," I snapped, face flaming. "And I can walk myself." Billy stood, towering over me, his smirk widening. Sure you can, tough guy. Let's go. He opened the hospital room door, gesturing dramatically. After you, Your Highness. I glared, hobbling past him, my head still throbbing. As we left, I overheard a nurse whisper. That's the kid who got knocked out in one hit. Fantastic. My college legacy was set. Riley, the pea princess, felled by a jock's elbow. And to make it worse, Billy was still chuckling behind me, like this was the funniest thing since Wi-Fi crashed during finals. Little did I know, this was just the start. Billy, the guy who just turned my life into a campus punchline, was about to become my roommate. And my headache? It was about to get a whole lot worse. Chapter 2: Dorm Room Disasters. Back in the dorm, I'm convinced the universe is pranking me. Not only am I the campus laughingstock, dubbed P Princess, on Reddit, but I'm rooming with Billy, the human wrecking ball who sent me to the hospital. Our dorm's a typical Crestwood setup: 2 bunk beds, a mess of beer cans and protein shake bottles, and Billy's football gear strewn everywhere. I'm still dizzy from the concussion, so I'm stuck in bed, glaring at the ceiling, while Billy's sprawled on the lower bunk, texting like his life depends on it. Every ping from his phone feels like a hammer to my skull. Yo, Riley, you alive up there? Billy calls, not looking up. His voice is deep, like he's auditioning for a superhero movie. Or are you still fainting like a damsel? I groan, tempted to chuck my pillow at him. I'm fine, I mutter. No thanks to your elbow. He snickers, finally glancing my way. Hey, I didn't ask you to dive headfirst into my arm. Next time, watch where you're going, twig. Twig? I'm 5'10", practically a giant in my high school chess club. I bite back a retort, too tired to argue. The day drags on, and Billy's appointed himself my personal nurse, which is as annoying as it sounds. He insists on helping me with everything, like I'm made of glass. When I try to grab my sneakers, he snatches them first, kneeling to slide them on my feet. Seriously, dude? I protest, yanking my foot back. I'm not a toddler. Billy smirks, grabbing my ankle with a grip that could crush a soda can. Doc said no sudden moves, princess. You want to go back to the ER? His fingers are warm, tying my laces with infuriating precision. Stop calling me princess. I snap, cheeks burning. Whatever, Your Highness, he says, standing with a grin. Let's get you to the bathroom before you pass out again. The bathroom incident is where things get weird. It's late, and I'm shuffling to the dorm's shared shower, clutching a towel like a shield. I'm barely out of my shirt when the door swings open, and Billy struts in, shirtless, wearing nothing but boxer briefs. His chest is a wall of muscle, abs carved like a Greek statue, and, oh God, I'm staring. What the hell, Billy? I yelp, hugging my towel tighter. He raises an eyebrow, grabbing a loofah from the shelf. Chill, dude. It's a bathroom, not a nunnery. What, you shy or something? His eyes roam over me, a smirk tugging at his lips. You sure you're not a girl? Shut up! I snap, my face hotter than the sun. He steps closer, reaching for my towel, and I swat his hand away, nearly toppling over. My head spins, and suddenly Billy's arms are around me, steadying me. Easy, princess, he says, voice softer now. Told you to take it slow. He props me against the wall, one hand on my shoulder, and starts fiddling with the shower knob. What are you doing now? I squeak, mortified. Billy grins, testing the water temperature. Making sure you don't scald yourself. You're a walking disaster. I can shower myself. I insist, but he's already tugging at my sweatpants. Billy! I shriek, smacking his hand. He laughs, stepping back with his hands raised. Fine, fine, do it yourself. But if you faint, I'm not dragging your naked ass to the hospital. He leans against the doorframe, watching me with an infuriating smirk. Need me to scrub your back, princess? I grab my towel and swing it at him, chasing him out of the bathroom. Get out! I yell, slamming the door. His laughter echoes through the dorm, and I'm left panting, face flaming, wondering how I'm supposed to survive living with this guy. Back in my bunk, I'm still fuming when Billy knocks on the bathroom door. "Yo, don't overdo it in there," he calls, voice teasing but with a hint of concern. "Floor's slippery. Yell if you need me." I roll my eyes, scrubbing shampoo into my hair. He's such a jerk, but he didn't have to help me. Or carry me to the clinic. Or tie my damn shoes. My brain's a mess, replaying his stupid smirk and the way his hands felt, steadying me. Ugh. I rinse off, vowing to avoid him tomorrow. But as I climb into bed, I hear him muttering to himself below. "Never babysat anyone like this, not even my dog." I bite back a laugh. Billy's a pain, but maybe he's not the worst. Maybe. The next morning, I wake to Billy banging around, tossing a football against the wall. "Rise and shine, princess!" he shouts. "We got freshman camp today. You're not skipping, concussion or not." I groan, pulling the blanket over my head. Rooming with Billy is like living with a hyperactive bulldozer. And with my P-Princess, nicknames spreading like wildfire, I'm dreading stepping outside. Little do I know, Billy's about to make everything 10 times worse, and somehow, 10 times better. Chapter 3: Campus Fame and Food Fiascos. I'm officially Crestwood University's biggest joke. The Reddit threads have exploded, with posts like, "P-Princess felled by Billy's elbow," racking up thousands of upvotes. My concussion's mild, but my ego's taken a beating. Everywhere I go, people whisper, "That's the guy who fainted in the cafeteria." I'm Riley, 5'10", not exactly a delicate flower, but the nickname, P-Princess, has stuck like gum on a shoe. And Billy, my hulking roommate, seems to find it hilarious, tossing the phrase around like it's his new favorite toy. It's freshman camp week, a mix of team building nonsense and sweaty drills, but I'm sidelined under a tree, clutching a doctor's note that screams, "Fragile." The September sun is brutal, and I'm bored out of my mind, watching my classmates run laps. Billy, a sophomore and football star, is out there barking orders like a drill sergeant, his tank top clinging to his absurdly chiseled frame. I try not to stare, but it's hard when he's basically a walking protein shake ad. "Yo, Riley!" he shouts, jogging over. "Stop daydreaming about chicken and stay hydrated, princess." I flip him off, cheeks burning as nearby freshmen snicker. "Stop calling me that," I hiss, but he just grins, tossing me a water bottle. "Gotta keep my VIP alive," he says, winking before sprinting back to the field. VIP? More like campus punching bag. My phone buzzes with notifications. Reddit's at it again. "P-Princess spotted at camp, still breathing," one post reads, with a blurry pic of me under the tree. Another user comments, "Bet Billy's elbow could knock out a bear next." I groan, shoving my phone in my pocket. College was supposed to be my fresh start, not a 4-year sentence as a meme. Things get worse at lunch. The dining hall's sweet and sour chicken line is a war zone, and Billy's right behind me, his presence like a heatwave. "Move it, princess," he teases, nudging my shoulder. "I'm starving." I glare, stepping forward, only for a gaggle of girls to swarm us. "Billy!" one squeals, twirling her hair. "Can we get your Insta? And, is Riley your friend?" Her friends giggle, eyeing me like I'm a zoo exhibit. Billy smirks, slinging an arm around my shoulders. "This guy? He's my personal damsel. Gotta keep him out of trouble." I elbow him, hard, but he just laughs, steering me toward the food. At the counter, disaster strikes. There's only one serving of sweet and sour chicken left, barely enough for 2. The cafeteria lady, a cheery woman with a hairnet, spots me and beams. "You're the kid who got concussed, right? Poor thing. Take it all, sweetie, you need the strength." She dumps the entire tray onto my plate, leaving Billy with nothing but sad-looking mashed potatoes. His jaw drops. "Yo, Martha, what about me?" he protests. She waves him off. "You're built like a tank, Billy. Let the princess eat." I'm mortified, clutching my overflowing tray, while Billy glares at me like I stole his firstborn. We find a table, and Billy's staring at my plate like a kicked puppy. You gonna eat all that? He asks, fork hovering. I sigh, pushing the tray toward him. Fine, take some. I can't finish it anyway. His eyes light up, and he grabs a piece, popping it in his mouth. You're all right, Riley, he mumbles, cheek stuffed. I roll my eyes, but my stomach does a weird flip when he smiles, all boyish and genuine. Don't get used to it, I mutter, stabbing my own chicken. He leans closer, voice low. Bet you're secretly loving this, princess. Me, saving your ass, sharing your food. I choke on my bite, coughing. In your dreams, meathead. The moment's interrupted by my phone buzzing again. A new Reddit post. Billy and P Princess share lunch. Bromance or romance? I nearly spit out my water. Billy snatches my phone, scrolling with a frown. What's this crap? He says, but his ears are pink. They think we're, what, dating? I snatch it back, heart racing. Ignore it. People are idiots. But he's quiet, poking at his potatoes, and I wonder if he's as weirded out as I am. Or maybe not? Back at the dorm, I'm sprawled on my bunk, trying to forget the day, when Billy bursts in, tossing a football in the air. Yo, princess, you surviving? He asks, grinning. Barely, I grumble. He climbs onto my bunk, ignoring my protests, and flops down beside me. Chill, I'm just checking on my VIP. Gotta make sure you don't faint again. His shoulder brushes mine, and my brain short circuits. I'm fine, I mumble, scooting away. But as he rambles about football, I catch myself smiling. Billy's a pain, but he's growing on me, like a really annoying, really hot fungus. And that's a problem I'm not ready to face. Chapter 4. Table Confessions and Tangled Hearts. The P Princess saga has reached new heights of humiliation. Crestwood's Reddit is a battlefield of memes, with my face plastered on edits captioned, "One tap from Billy equals lights out." I've taken to wearing a hoodie pulled low, dodging stares in lecture halls, but it's no use. I'm a walking legend for all the wrong reasons. Worse, Billy's become my shadow, trailing me to classes and camp with a smug grin, like he's my self-appointed bodyguard. Gotta keep my princess safe, he teases, and I'm torn between punching him and hiding under a rock. Today's a lecture day, and I'm late to Intro to Psych, scanning the packed auditorium for a seat. A guy in the middle row waves frantically, his smile brighter than the overhead lights. Hey! Over here! He calls, patting the chair next to him. He's got floppy brown hair, a graphic tee, and an energy that screams, "I'm fun at parties." Grateful, I slide in, ignoring the curious glances from classmates. Thanks, man, I say, dropping my backpack. No prob. I'm Ethan, design major. You're the cafeteria guy, right? His grin is teasing but kind, and I groan. Yeah, that's me. Let's not talk about it. He laughs, offering me a stick of gum. Deal. But you owe me your name. Riley, I reply, relaxing. Ethan's easy to talk to, and by the end of class, we've swapped numbers and made plans to grab lunch. At the dining hall, Ethan's chatter about his art projects drowns out the usual Reddit-induced dread. We're in line for burgers when my phone buzzes. It's a screenshot from the campus confession page, forwarded by a classmate. P Princess's lashes are unreal. Saw him under a tree at camp, looking all cute and clueless. Does he like princes? Asking for a friend. My face heats up. Ethan peeks over my shoulder, smirking. Whoa, you've got a fan! That's kinda adorable. I shove my phone away, muttering. It's creepy, not adorable. But secretly, I'm flattered. Nobody's ever called me cute before, at least not publicly. Billy, of course, picks the worst moment to show up. He strides into the dining hall, fresh from practice, his gym bag slung over one shoulder. His eyes lock on me and Ethan, and his jaw tightens. Yo, Riley, he says, voice clipped. Who's this? He's looming over our table, all 6'3" of him radiating caveman vibes. Ethan raises an eyebrow, unfazed. Ethan, Riley's new friend. And you're the elbow guy? Billy's skull deepens, and I jump in before things escalate. Billy's my roommate. He's just protective. Billy snorts, dropping into a chair uninvited. Protective? Nah, just making sure Princess here doesn't trip over his own feet. The tension's thicker than the dining hall's gravy. Ethan leans back, smirking. Princess, huh? Cute nickname. You two got a thing going? I choke on my soda, coughing. No! He's just annoying! Billy's eyes narrow, and he grabs my phone, scrolling through the confession post I left open. What's this crap? He snaps. Some dude's hitting on you. You know this guy? His tone's accusatory, like I've betrayed him by existing. It's just a post, I say, snatching my phone back. Why do you care? It's not like I'm dating him. Billy's ears go pink, but he leans closer, voice low. Stay away from weirdos, Riley. Guys like that are trouble. Weirdos? I snap, stum. You mean guys who like guys? What's your problem, Billy? The words spill out before I can stop them, and Ethan's eyebrows shoot up. Billy freezes, his fork halfway to his mouth. That's not what I meant, he mutters, but his eyes dodge mine. Whatever, just watch yourself. He shoves a fry in his mouth, but the air's heavy now. Ethan clears his throat, standing. I'm grabbing dessert. You guys figure this out. He winks at me, leaving me with a fuming Billy and a sinking feeling in my gut. Back at the dorm, I'm on my bunk, replaying Billy's words. Weirdos. Does he mean me? I've known I like guys since middle school, but I've never told anyone, especially not a straight jock like Billy. He's sprawled below, tossing a football, oblivious to my spiraling thoughts. You're quiet, Princess, he says, catching the ball. Still mad about lunch? I pull my curtain shut, ignoring him. Just tired, I lie. But as I stare at the bunk's underside, my chest aches. Billy's my roommate, my accidental hero, but if he can't handle who I am, maybe I need to keep my distance. Even if it hurts more than I want to admit. Chapter 5, Cafeteria Clashes and Tree-Line Truths. The P Princess, nickname is a curse I can't shake, with Crestwood's Reddit churning out fresh memes daily. My concussion's faded, but the campus spotlight hasn't. Billy's still glued to my side, his overprotective streak dialed up to 11. He's like a human GPS, tracking me from dorm to dining hall, tossing, Princess, around like it's my legal name. I'm torn between annoyance and something warmer, something I'm not ready to name. But his weirdos comment from lunch stings, a splinter I can't ignore. Does he suspect I like guys? Would he care? It's a sunny afternoon, and I'm at the dining hall with Ethan, who's become my escape from Billy's orbit. Ethan's all smiles, sketching on a napkin while ranting about his latest design project. You'd look good in one of my tees, he says, winking. Custom print, just for the princess. I laugh, cheeks warm, but my phone buzzes with a Reddit alert. Another confession post. The princess smiled at me today. Is he single, or is Billy his knight in shining cleats? I groan, shoving my phone away. Ethan peeks over. You're famous, man. Own it. Before I can respond, the air shifts, like a storm rolling in. Billy's here. He storms through the dining hall doors, practice jersey clinging to his sweat-damp frame, eyes zeroing in on us. His jaw is tight, lips a thin line. Riley, he barks, stopping at our table. What's this guy doing here? Ethan leans back, smirking. Eating. You got a problem, big guy? Billy's fists clench, and I jump up, heart racing. Billy, chill. We're just having lunch. But he's not listening. He grabs Ethan's collar, yanking him half out of his chair. I told you to stay away from him. Billy growls, voice low and dangerous. Ethan laughs, unfazed. What, you're the dragon guarding the princess now? Riley can hang with whoever he wants. Billy, stop! I shout, grabbing his arm, but it's like pulling on a steel cable. The dining hall's gone quiet, students craning to watch. Ethan's still grinning, needling Billy. You're awfully possessive for a roommate. What's the deal, man? You jealous? Billy's face darkens, and I'm done. Enough! I snap, shoving between them. Billy, let him go. And you. I turn to Ethan. Stop egging him on. But then I face Billy, anger boiling over. I'm not your property. And if you've got a problem with guys liking guys, say it. Because I'm one of those weirdos, Billy. So if that freaks you out, stay away from me. The words hang heavy, my chest tight. Billy's grip on Ethan loosens, his eyes wide, like I've slapped him. Ethan dusts off his shirt, muttering, Told you, dragon. Billy ignores him, staring at me. Riley, I didn't mean. He starts, but I cut him off. Save it. I grab my tray and storm out, heart pounding. Outside, I'm halfway across the quad when Billy catches up, grabbing my wrist. Wait, he says, voice rough. He pulls me into a shaded grove by the library, away from prying eyes. You can't just drop that and run. What do you want? I snap, yanking my arm free. You made it clear you think guys like me are trouble. So why do you care who I'm with? Billy's face crumples, like a kicked puppy. I don't think that, he says, stepping closer. I don't want you with Ethan. Or anyone. His voice cracks, and my anger falters. Why? I demand, throat tight. Because I'm your pathetic princess who needs babysitting? He runs a hand through his buzz cut, frustrated. No! I can't stand seeing you with him. It makes me crazy, okay? Crazy? I scoff, but my heart's racing. You're not making sense. You told me to avoid widows, Billy. What am I supposed to think? He groans, pacing. I'm an idiot, all right? I didn't mean you. I thought you liked Ethan, and it pissed me off. I stare, disbelief bubbling up. You think I like Ethan? Are you brain dead? How'd you even get into Crestwood? Billy stops, a sheepish grin breaking through. Football scholarship. He mumbles, and I can't help it. I laugh, half exasperated, half relieved. Look, he says softer now. I'm not good at this. But I'm not freaked out by you. I just don't know how to deal with this. He gestures vaguely between us, and my stomach flips. Is he saying what I think he's saying? Before I can ask, he steps back, hands in his pockets. Just don't hate me, okay? I nod, dazed, as he walks off, leaving me under the trees, my head spinning worse than any concussion. Billy's not who I thought, and maybe, just maybe, I'm not ready to push him away. Chapter 6: Kisses, Cricks, and Campus Chaos. The fallout from the dining hall showdown has Crestwood's Reddit in a frenzy, with threads speculating if Billy's my overprotective bro or something spicier. My head's a mess, replaying his words in the grove. I can't stand seeing you with Ethan. What does that even mean? I'm avoiding Billy as best I can, sticking to my bunk with the curtain drawn, but he's like a heat-seeking missile. He's taken, protective, to stalker levels, blowing up my phone if I'm out of sight for 5 minutes. Where you at? You with Ethan? His text's read, and I'm torn between annoyance and a traitorous flutter in my chest. It's a Wednesday lecture, and Ethan's back to his sunny self, waving me over to a saved seat. Missed you, princess, he teases, tossing me a granola bar. I roll my eyes but smile, grateful for his normalcy. Billy, who'd grudgingly walked me to class, looms in the doorway, glaring daggers at Ethan before storming off to practice. Your dragon's intense, Ethan says, smirking. Ever wonder why he's so obsessed with you? I shrug, dodging the question, but Ethan's words linger. Obsessed? Billy's just Billy. Right. Lunch is where it all implodes. Ethan and I hit the dining hall, grabbing trays of pizza. He's mid-story about a botched art project when he leans close, voice low. So, confession wall guy was me, he says, eyes twinkling. You're cute, Riley. Wanna grab coffee sometime? My face burns, and before I can stammer a reply, Ethan's lips brush my cheek, a quick, playful peck. I freeze, and then chaos erupts. Billy, who'd apparently been lurking like a ninja, charges over, eyes blazing. You little! He roars, swinging a fist that catches Ethan square in the jaw, sending him sprawling. Billy! I yell, lunging to grab his arm, but he's a wall of muscle, shaking me off. Ethan's on the floor, laughing despite the blooming bruise. Told you, dragon! He taunts. You're so into him it's pathetic. Billy's chest heaves, but Ethan's not done. You say stay away from widows, but you're the one obsessed with Riley. Admit it, you like him. Billy's fist clenches, but his eyes flicker to me, raw and conflicted. I don't like guys, he snaps, but then softer. But Riley's different. He's mine. My jaw drops. Mine? Before I can process, Billy grabs my wrist, dragging me out of the dining hall. We end up in our dorm, the door slamming shut. He's pacing, a caged tiger, while I stand there, heart hammering. What was that? I demand. You can't just punch people and say I'm yours. Billy stops, eyes locking on mine. You don't get it, he says, voice rough. He grabs my hand, pressing it to his chest. Feel this. It's going nuts because of you. His heart beats a drum, and my breath catches. If you like guys, fine. Like me. I'm better than Ethan. I'm stronger, He cuts off, leaning down, and then his lips crash into mine. The kiss is messy, desperate, his hands cupping my face like I'm oxygen. I'm kissing him back, brain offline, until a sharp crick in my neck makes me yelp. Ow! I gasp, and Billy pulls back, horrified. Did I break you again? He asks, half laughing, half panicked. My neck's stiff, and before I know it, he's scooping me up, princess style, naturally, and sprinting to the campus clinic. Reddit explodes again. Billy kisses P. Princess, breaks his neck. The clinic's a blur of nurses chuckling and Billy muttering apologies, his face redder than the sweet and sour sauce I love. Back in the dorm, I'm propped on my bunk, neck brace on, glaring at Billy. He's grinning like a kid who stole cookies. So we're a thing now, right? He says, tossing me a water bottle. I didn't agree to anything. I snap, but my face betrays me, burning. He climbs onto my bunk, ignoring my protests. Come on, princess. Kissed you senseless, didn't I? I shove him, but he just laughs, pulling me close. You're mine, Riley. Deal with it. My heart's doing cartwheels, and I mutter, You're an idiot. But as he rambles about football, his arm around me, I don't pull away. Reddit's right, something's shifted. And maybe, just maybe, I'm okay with being his. Chapter 7, Starlet Soaks and Sweet Beginnings. The neck brace is my new badge of shame, courtesy of Billy's overzealous kissing. Crestwood's Reddit is eating it up, with threads screaming. P. Princess hospitalized again, smooch too strong. I'm back on campus, hobbling through stairs and whispers, while Billy trails me like a guilty golden retriever. You good, princess? He asks for the 10th time, carrying my backpack. I glare, adjusting the brace. Stop hovering. I'm not made of porcelain. He grins, unrepentant. Gotta protect my VIP. Can't have you breaking on me. My face heats, but I don't argue. Being his VIP feels nice. It's Christmas Eve, and Billy's dragged me to a swanky hot springs resort outside town for what he calls our first real date. I'm skeptical, but the place is gorgeous. Twinkling lights, snowy pines, and steaming pools under a starry sky. In the changing room, I'm tugging on swim trunks when Billy barges in, towel slung low on his hips, all chiseled abs and cocky smirk. Ready, princess? He says, tossing me a water bottle. I roll my eyes, clutching my towel. Stop calling me that, or I'm drowning you. He laughs, stepping closer. Try it. I'd like to see you lift me. We settle into a private pool, the warm water easing my neck's ache. Billy's sprawled across from me, scrolling on his phone, looking unfairly hot with steam curling around him. Yo, check this, he says, showing me Reddit. His latest post. Officially off the market. Princess is mine. It's got hundreds of likes, plus photos of me, glaring, eating an apple, even one from after my shower, cheeks pink. Billy! I sputter, splashing him. You posted that last one. Delete it! He grins, dodging. No way. I barely got to see it myself. Fans don't get dibs. I groan, sinking lower in the water, but my heart's doing flips. Fans, huh? I mutter, splashing him again. You're the worst. Billy slides closer, his knee brushing mine. Nah, I'm the best. Admit it, you're into me. His voice is teasing, but his eyes are soft, searching. I look away, cheeks burning. You're okay. I mumble, and he laughs, loud and bright. Okay? I'm a catch, princess. Football star, great hair, and I make you blush like nobody's business. I shove his shoulder, but he catches my hand, pulling me toward him. Careful, he murmurs. Don't want another hospital trip. He's joking, but his hands are gentle, guiding me to straddle his lap, the water lapping around us. This way, no neck injuries, he says, grinning, and before I can protest, he kisses me. It's slow, warm, his lips tasting faintly of chlorine and mint. My hands find his shoulders, and I'm kissing him back, the world narrowing to steam and starlight. Told you, he whispers against my mouth. I'm the best. I laugh, breathless. You're an idiot, but yeah, you're not bad. His grin widens, and he kisses me again, hands steady on my waist, like he's anchoring me to this moment. Back in the dorm, we're sprawled on my bunk, wrapped in blankets, the campus quiet for the holidays. Billy's scrolling Reddit again, showing off comments like, Billy and Princess are goals. I snatch his phone, mock glaring. No more posting my face, got it? He smirks, pulling me closer. Can't help it. You're too cute, princess. I groan, but I'm smiling, my head resting on his chest. Our roommate, Jake, picks the worst moment to barge in. Guys, I'm begging you, he says, tossing a pillow at us. Take your love fest somewhere else. I'm trying to sleep. Billy laughs, tossing the pillow back. Get your own princess, Jake. This one's mine. As Jake grumbles and climbs into his bunk, Billy's arm tightens around me. Never thought I'd fall for a guy, he murmurs, voice low. But you? You're worth it, Riley. My heart stutters, and I tilt my head to meet his eyes. You're not so bad yourself, meathead, I say, and he chuckles, kissing my forehead. Outside, snow falls softly, and the campus feels far away. Reddit can keep its memes, I've got Billy, and that's more than enough. Under the stars or in our cramped dorm, we're just us, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.